I'm Mark. I'm a photographer and videographer based in the Toronto area, and I make videos on North American places and experiences. And most of the stuff I cover is right here in Ontario. And if you've watched my videos before, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate it. Located in the King West neighborhood and on the old Globe and Mail property sits one of Toronto's newest developments, The Well. It's about a 15-minute walk from Union Station. The main entrance to the shopping arcade and grand atrium is at the corner of Front and Spadina. I read that the name is supposed to represent wellness or living well, but I never once thought that when I heard the name. I associated the name with like a well, which I think is what probably most people think. So really my only criticism of this place is the name. Other than that, I think this is actually a pretty cool spot. The architecture is amazing and the concept is really interesting. The design is inspired by 19th century shopping arcades, but this modern take is a far cry from those classic and ornate arcades. And they have managed to fit a huge amount of retail into this 7-acre property. I mean, I don't care much for malls or shopping, but the fact that I wanted to go check this place out means they're doing something right. I loved walking along all the footbridges and exploring all the architecture from different angles and perspectives. And as somebody who really enjoys architectural photography, I found this place to be pretty cool to kind of walk around. The more time you spend there, the more you can appreciate the architecture and design. I love that you get these little glimpses between the buildings out to the city beyond. And you can hear the ambient sound of the city and feel the breeze as it moves through the arcade. It feels like you never leave the city when you're in there, as opposed to when you step off the street and into the Eaton Centre, for example. Personally, I wish Toronto would get more spaces designed like this. I love the indoor-outdoor feel of this place. And yes, of course it gets cold in the winter, but in my view, there's plenty that they can do to enhance the experience year-round. I mean, you could put in smokeless fire pits and those patio heaters and stuff like that. There's a lot you can do. At least it gets you out of the snow and away from the traffic and cars and salt on the road. I think this shows good progress for Toronto, and it's a good direction to go in the future. Oftentimes, as I make my way into the city, I'm less than thrilled with the endless blue glass towers popping up everywhere. It feels like more effort has gone into creating something unique and architecturally interesting, at least on the first few floors. On the top floor at the end of the grand atrium is Arcadia Earth. This is an immersive art installation experience focused on environmental issues. Throughout the experience, you get to play with augmented reality, which my daughter had a lot of fun with, plus both my kids loved interacting with the crazy light shows in some of the rooms. The proprietors have obviously staged this for social media. There's even a voice on the loudspeaker that encourages you to take as many photos and videos as you can. And I think most visitors will primarily experience this place as a series of potential backdrops for social media. But you know, who cares? It's fun. I don't think the environmental topics that are supposed to be covered will leave a lasting impression on anyone. The art and set design of some of the rooms was very well done though. I truly appreciate the craftsmanship and artistry that went into this stuff. I enjoyed the experience of walking through these large art installations. At the end of the walkthrough, you get to put on a VR headset and you're transported to various natural environments where you get up close to some very large and scary animals, and they get like right up to the goggles. My daughter was too scared to keep the headset on. At the bottom of the well is Wellington Market. These food halls or markets are gaining in popularity, it seems, even though they are just food courts, but they look fancier. So, I mean, generally the food is better at these food halls or markets than they are at mall food courts. But then again, you will also find some of the same businesses in mall food courts. Wellington Market has some great options, and we tried a variety of things. We tried several flavors of samosa from Samosaria, which were all pretty good. The colors certainly grabbed our attention. I can't really pinpoint one that I loved and would go back for, but they were all, you know, fine. We also ordered dumplings from Szechuan. I really liked the pork dumpling. You can find Szechuan in mall food courts, by the way. I learned that after eating there. I could have just gone to Sherway Mall for the same thing. We ordered one chicken and one steak taco from Gus Taco. They were fine. The chicken was pretty good, but it was kind of dry. The steak was good, but the best thing we ate was the poutine at Rosie's Burgers. The fries were crispy on the outside and super soft on the inside. The beef gravy was delicious, and the real cheese curds were amazing and fresh. Now, we've only tried a small fraction of what's available, so I'm reserving any generalized opinion until we've had a chance to go back and try a lot more stuff. There's also restaurants there, and there's markets where you can get fresh produce and get regular groceries, and there's a pharmacy in there as well. So there's still a lot that I would need to go back and do and taste and experience before making any real judgment on Wellington Market. I think things will evolve and change over the years as well. They'll make improvements. Some of these food places won't last and they'll get replaced. So, it's going to be an ongoing thing. You could go back so many times and try different stuff every time. There's a lot of food there for basically any palate. Overall, I think this is a great addition to downtown Toronto and just gives people one more thing that they can do and add to their itinerary when they're visiting, or just another thing for locals to go do on the weekend. It's close to a lot of other downtown attractions as well, like the CN Tower, Sky Dome, and the aquarium, which are all about a 15-minute walk away. Anyway, I'm Mark. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up so I know that you liked the video, and hit subscribe for more content like this. All right, see you next time.